Hello and welcome to another review. Today is something a little bit more fun. I was fortunate enough, again, another railroad loco, and again I picked it up for a really good price. So today we are looking at Smokey Joe. Now Smokey Joe has been reintroduced to the range as part of the centenary, so there is actually now a super detailed version you can get, but this is the railroad version from a few years ago, and you can see pretty much standard railroad packaging, just ordinary red and yellow box like all of the others. So let's just go straight into this one and pop her out of the packaging. Now, like many others, we have the this clear perspex which is taped onto it, and we have the manual which is pretty much identical for all of these 040s. And so we have the loco itself, so I'm just going to push this out from the back, and it does have the clear plastic inside as well to protect the loco. So what is there to say about Smokey Joe? These chassis, the 040 chassis, they're quite standard across a lot of the budget Hornby range. I think it's a good 40 plus years old chassis, but they have actually refined it and it does run a lot smoother, especially the more modern stuff. So yeah, this is Smokey Joe. So what actually surprised me a little bit is that it is still, it does have a little bit of weight to it. I think some modifications have been made, which of course you get this, which it has a cast chassis, and cast, let's have a feel actually. Yeah, so part of the running boards are metal. The body itself is still plastic, but it's quite well printed actually. If we can just bring that in, you can still see the red and white BR lining, and of course you've got Smokey Joe written on the side of it. And yeah, these things have a certain reputation for being the fastest locos in the world. So we have a bit of a polystyrene there. There we are, sorted. Okay, so really cab detail, minimal. You could probably go in with a brush and pick out the bits you want, and there is odd little bits. You could paint this brake handle and things like that. The real thing, I believe, did actually get paired up by the workman with a truck, because believe it or not, this is actually based on a real loco. So, but what I'm going to do, let's get it on the track and give it a run, shall we? So as you can see, I've got her on the track now, and it is only DC, so I'm going to try and move it backwards. So let's just, there we are. Not too bad. Let's try and move it forwards as slow as possible. I'm using a HM2000 for this. Let's see what we can do. I think that's about as slow as I can get it. And it's stalled. Okay, it's yeah, I'm actually quite satisfied with this one. It's quite a fun little loco. So what I'm going to do, I am just going to couple it up to some coaches which are just out of shot. And there we are, off he goes. So I've set the controller, it is a HM2000 and it is set to 12 o'clock. So let's have a look at a running, shall we? let's be fair, I know what you guys all want to see really. So I'm just going to bring the loco back into shot because we're going to do a standing start of full speed. Okay, I'm just going to bring her back into shot now. So just for a quick conclusion really. So they do seem to have eased back on the speed in the more recent versions of this chassis, but I actually think it's a fun little loco, and Hornby have rebranded this one so many times with so many different liveries, but Smokey Joe is an absolute classic. If you can find it, which I'm pretty sure you can, it's quite easy to find, or if you do want to get the more modern high detail one, go for it. Honestly, you'll love it. But yeah, so that brings a conclusion to this quick review. So thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment and share, and I will see you in the next video. Farewell. This is just a quick addendum to the Smokey Joe review. I was originally going to do these as separate locos, but I think I'm going to just cover these both with this because they're essentially the same. But what you have on screen there is the 2010 Collectors Club model, which is essentially the same loco as Smokey Joe. But you can see, of course, it's in the BR branding, has painted buffer beams, and was an exclusive for that year. So, but there is one key difference which you may notice when I set this one up, because I believe it doesn't have, it's not been quite as wound back on the performance. So let's get her running. And I'm running her at full speed now. It's pretty fast. So I'm going to try and stop her on the mark. And yeah, so that just demonstrates really how fast these locos originally were. And the older ones are even faster. Fast enough to actually derail. So yeah, the other one I have here is the Rothery Industries, which is based on the GWR 101, and that was a genuine GWR loco, a little 040, but yeah, it has exactly the same chassis and has exactly the same speed. It's basically like Scalextrics. But yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed that little extra, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Patush.